You know, the thing that atheists get right is that we did invent God. What they don't understand is that as we keep outgrowing our invention of God, we keep finding more. No matter how intelligent, no matter how faithful, no matter how hopeful, every time we reinvent God, it's because we realize that our previous understanding was insufficient. The Tao that can be named is not the true Tao. The God that can be defined by organized religion, it's but a shadow of the reality of God. To argue that God is mythical and that God is an invention of ignorant people who are desperate for an extraplanetary, extraordinary description that explains the suffering of Earth. To battle the reality of God on the same field of the limitations of human understanding is not a fair battle. Because, dear atheists, that means you are fighting on the same level of ignorance as those who are creating God out of ignorance. But we have hope. And using the Bible, which is very often what happens, and the understanding that primitive, quasi-primitive people have had to determine that God is real, it's not a good argument. Yes, century after century, we will keep recreating God. Yes, century after century, we will keep better understanding who and what God is in the absence of organized religion. And science is going to do a fabulous job of leading us to the end of that trail where there's nothing else except God. To argue that something comes from nothing can't be properly argued because there's never nothing. If supermaterial forces, some kind of energy and some kind of mass and some kind of electrical impulse that is universe-wide comes together, where'd that stuff come from? To see the genius, to use math and science, biology, chemistry, physics, to show that virtually everything in our universe is brilliant, then it just comes down to understanding, if there is a God, why would it allow for the depravity and the cruelty of human beings to exist, if it cared about us at all? It's all perception. Free will. Free will's a bitch. And if God decides to give us limited free will, do you think that God is only going to rain upon good seed? The gift of limited free will is given to all self-conscious beings. What they choose to do with it determines what appears to be the aloofness of God. The horrible things we do, from self-assertion, my way or nothing at all, self-centered decisions, selfishness, cruelty, these are all the abuse of the gift that is given to all people, where some people choose love over hate, kindness, forgiveness. You should not judge the absence of God by the abuse of the gift of free will.